Now, despite the data, it can be hard to visualize just how fast these glaciers are melting unless you see it, like Steph's talking about. But that's where Rose McAdoo comes in. She's a facility manager for the U.S. Antarctic program, but in her spare time, she's baking up some delicious goodies to make glacier science more digestible.
And even though these treats are sweet, she's not sugarcoating the tragic fate ahead for the world's glaciers. Rose, thanks for joining us. We got to find out what actually inspired you to make this edible art.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you. Working as a glacier guide in Alaska, I was fully prepared when I started guiding to see a little bit of change here and there on the glaciers I was working on every day. But what I was not prepared for was seeing that change happen so fast and having to get my clients ready in a different spot next to the glacier every few days or every week. And the rapid loss of the ice that I felt so connected to really inspired me to just figure out a way that I could communicate this loss quickly with a very wide population of people.
I want to hear their take on it, but first I want to get, what you think your favorite climate-inspired cakes have been so far that you've baked. Is there any that stand out to you?
My most recent one is the culmination of everything that I love. It's the biggest cake that I've ever made, and it was a visual scale model of every year that the North Cascades Glacier Climate Project has been operating from 1984 to this year. And that cake was shown as a suspended cake, so it was upside down, really showing kind of the inverted environment that we're experiencing, as well as suspended disbelief. And then it was highlighting the warming climate stripes of Seattle and the greater North Cascades area and showing the loss of 31 glaciers in the 40 years that project has been going.
Wow.
So you're not just out in the Antarctic making cakes. You're actually working and you have a program down there. So how does the work that you do transfer to or inspire all of your kitchen creations?
Yeah, when I'm in Antarctica, I'm not making cakes really at all at this point. My job as a facility manager with the U.S. Antarctic program is full on, and it takes every amount of energy and resource with a huge team of people to pull off launching these huge football stadium-sized balloons that carry 8,000 pounds of scientific research equipment up into the stratosphere. And I think that job has really given me a personal experience and understanding of how much effort and how much passion it takes for scientists to get data in the first place. Like these graphs and stories that we're seeing don't come easily. They don't come quickly. And having a really firsthand understanding of all the work that goes into getting us data so that we can learn about our planet has just given me this immense and deep appreciation for the people that are putting, their lives and careers on the line, often to be out in the field for months, weeks, years, whatever their field season is at a time, to help us better understand the place that we're living and the changes that are happening that are going to impact all of us.
We appreciate it too. Just curious, the passion of what you do in the field. Now, when you going back to the cake conversation, do you think it actually sends that message to the people who are eating these cakes or purchasing these cakes or seeing these cakes?
I do think so. I think there's something really unique and interesting about taking something out of where it is expected to be, right? And so I've made cakes and bakeries almost my entire life now, and it has been the challenge, I will say, but also joy of my career to be able to take those desserts and candies out onto glaciers and make them in the environment that is changing. And I think it's captured a lot of attention, and that's the whole point, right, is to take the thing that you are good at, whatever that is. For me, it's cakes, and to use that medium to talk about whatever it is you care about. And so if you can take your medium out into that environment, I think it inspires a lot of people and it gets more attention, which is the whole point of making this work in the first place, is to really help people understand what's happening and bring that information to them in a really relatable way.
So
cakes are pretty relatable.
They're great. And we see that you're bringing them on your trips. Like back in 2023, you completed a trip at Denali National Park with a cake in your backpack. So you're actually, what's the point of bringing them to these places and setting up, and I'm assuming eating them while they're there?
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah.
Yeah. bringing them out into the environment then allows me a deeper connection with the people in that place as well. And also just celebrating the people that are doing the work in these regions, right? Celebrating glaciologists, celebrating scientists, also bringing a bit of light to a lot of the heavy work that they're doing. And so the cake that I brought to Denali Base Camp was such a joy. There was 100 backlog climbers that weren't able to get out because of weather that have been stuck in the valley. And so throwing a big cake party at Denali Base Camp was incredible, but I also made 6 other desserts in my camp stove that really highlighted different aspects of glaciology as well.
We have to wrap it up, Rose, but can people buy these cakes that you make, or they're not for sale at the moment?
At the moment, I've been doing more art-based work, and so less for sale. But it's always been a part of my career as really cakes for sale. If anyone wanted to buy one, I'm in.
Hey, cool. There you go.
Thank you, Rose. This is really cool for the awareness and obviously for the love of cakes.
Thank you. It's a joy to be here. Really appreciate you helping share the work.
I like the ice core they did.
Oh, me